right, well, here we are at the famous winding road next 99 miles on the top of Lolo Pass. And let's get going. We're gonna go ride this one.
Well, hello YouTube, it's me, Dewey. And as you saw in the intro, today I am riding on Lolo Pass. This is US 12 or Idaho and Montana 12. Whatever it is, this is an incredibly popular motorcycle road. Absolutely a wonderful way to spend a morning out riding a motorcycle. Out getting some twisties in. This road just keeps coming and coming and coming. The sign that you saw in the intro is the 99 mile sign, and that's of the super twisty stuff. It starts about 30 miles into the twisties where the sign is, which is where we're on our way to now. And then it goes after that sign. It really goes all the way from just outside of Lolo, Montana to Lewiston, Idaho. Reality is this is 140 miles of twisty road. And it is obviously one of the top listed motorcycle destination roads in the country. There is no doubt about that. You see nothing but motorcycles on this all day long. I've seen probably 30 motorcycles already in the few miles that I've been on it. The common theme that you get on this road is it is just a beautiful ride along the Loksha and the Clearwater rivers for mile after mile after mile after mile after mile. It is just curves and river views and curves and river views and curves and river views. And of course the mountains. On the Montana side of this, the speed limit is 70. But when you get to the Idaho side, the speed limit is 50. And there are some corners where, yes, 50 is not even close to doable. But for the most part, I think that most of the corners on Highway 12 here are about 80 mile an hour corners if you're riding it with some gumption. And I like to ride with a little bit of gumption, if you've seen my videos. I am going to do something a little special here. Now, most people who watched my vlog will know that I don't tend to do the typical MotoVlogger stuff. I like to do things a little differently and do them my own way. And one of those is shout out and mail call videos. I was not going to make a separate mail call video, but I have done some sticker swaps with some people, and what I thought was a great way to do this in Dewey Rides fashion is I'm going to slap all their stickers up there on that winding road 99 miles sign on the top of Lolo Pass. I'll give them a mention, and everybody, if you have some time, go check out their channels. They're all really good. They're all ones that I watch and I enjoy, but we'll slap their stickers up here along with my own. And then we'll get on this road and finish riding Lolo.
So we got the stickers up, all up in there. You can see mine. And then we're gonna go to the next one. That is Midlife with a Bike. Then we have Moto Ramblings, who's really awesome. He's out of North Carolina. And we have PSP Tommy G and Purple on 3. And Purple on 3 sent me an awesome letter along with their stickers and PSP Tommy G's. And the coolest card with a great photo. So I really appreciate that. I'll put a link down in the description to every one of those channels, and like I said, go check them out. It's really cool that they sent me stickers, but now we're gonna get back on the road and keep going.
Hello, Senna.
Hello. May I come in?
Stereo.
Stereo music.
We are now on the Idaho side of Lolo Pass. This is where the tightest and twistiest parts are in kind of the first 50 miles of this after you cross into Idaho from the Montana side. So to put this into perspective of where we are, Lolo, Montana is about 10 or 12 miles south of Missoula. And then this road goes to Lewiston, Idaho, which is I think about 60 miles or 70 miles south of Spokane. So really this road is bypassed a lot now by people who just use I-90, which is a much, much faster way. But if you're on a motorcycle, this is a no-brainer to come use this road. You may not make the time, but you're going to have a heck of a lot better time. This is just a phenomenal road. But it's just a very relaxed ride. It's not one of those overly technical motorcycle roads. You know, some of them are just 10 mile an hour to 10 mile an hour back and forth, and you are always trying to gauge the camber, gauge where you're going. This isn't one of those. I really enjoy those technical ones. This is a little more of a cruise road because at the 50 mile an hour speed limit, other than a few sections, you really can just ride all of it without changing your speed. But it is an absolutely lovely, lovely ride. As you'll see as we get farther down, once we get down this mountain, we'll meet up with the Loksha River. So as you can see, this just continues with these sweepers along the river. I had a plan for a few awesome shots along here, and it's not entirely working out as planned. By the time you see this, it's going to be fairly late in the year because I've done a lot of filming on this trip. But it is the last week of June in real time, not YouTube time, and what is happening this week is one of the biggest heat waves in West Coast history. All of the big West Coast cities are setting all-time temperature records. And I'm trying to ride home to Portland during the 2 hottest days of this whole thing. So it's already 100 degrees here. At the last stop when the drone was overheating, I drank a whole bunch of water and I doused my neck buff with water, and I dribbled some water all over my pads and my shirt inside my jacket to try to get some evaporative cooling effect going to keep my core temperature from getting too hot, because that's the real worry out here. With above 100 degrees like this, the air is actually hotter than your skin and your body. So if I take the jacket off and just let the air hit me, it's actually going to start warming my core up. So I have to keep the jacket on and try to keep that wind off me, to try to keep myself cool, along with a bunch of water for the evaporative cooling. So it's gonna be a hot one. I am hoping that later today I'm gonna get up at altitude a little bit and it'll cool down a little bit. Maybe in the 90s, that would be a win. If it gets to the 80s, I will be happy as a clam and comfortable, but I'm not sure what it's gonna get to. I think you can get an idea of just how beautiful this area is and what a fantastic place. This is a big stretch of wilderness. The area, this is just north of the Frank Church Wilderness, which is the largest wilderness area in the country. It is massive, and this butts right up against it. And really, there's only just a handful of roads that go through this. There's some more on the north side that go north, and then just a few that go east-west. And it's just a fantastically wild, beautiful area. After that update, let's keep riding, and let's see where we end up. starting to thin out. The mountains are getting a little bit smaller as we're getting farther and farther down here. We are now, I believe, out of the national forest and into maybe BLM land. Maybe we're still in the national forest. And making our way towards the Nez Perce Indian Reservation. It's definitely getting a little flatter. The curves are getting spaced a little farther apart, and they're a little bit bigger sweepers. This is what I was talking about. Now that we're on the other side here, we've come out of the Clearwater National Forest, and it is a whole lot more arid. You have pine trees instead of the big fir type trees that we had up on the mountain. And the grass is definitely quite a bit different. Well, here we are on the lower part of Highway 12, and after Lolo Pass, this is working its way into Lewiston. I think I'm still about 60 miles from Lewiston. It's hot. Situation report is saying anywhere between 105 and 106 on the bike. I didn't want to look when I stopped for some fuel and to re-wet everything, drink another Gatorade, drink some more water. It's warm. It sort of feels like I'm standing in front of a blow dryer, if I'm really honest. But now that I got all my shirts wet and the jersey wet, I can tell my core temperature is cooling down, which is good. But this is really a lot of what this road looks like from here all the way down. You just follow this river all the way in, and it's about this wide from here on. It's not anywhere where anything like it was on the top section there, where it's a narrow river and steep cliffs and lots of trees. It's pretty exposed out here. So I'm gonna just give you just a few more snippets of riding footage, and then I will probably finish this one out when I'm done with that.